Hey guys, I'm Riley. I'm going to be a filmmaker. So here we are, 2 weeks after my grandiose declaration, and where are we? Well, I'm sick. Seriously, I swear the moment I hit publish on that video, I got stupid ill, and here we are 2 weeks later, and I'm just getting over it. However, that's not to say I haven't made progress starting with the story. Film noir, that beautifully dark time in American cinema with a fancy French name. I love film noir. I love it almost everything about it. And being a visual person, what I love most about film noir is the tradition of visual storytelling. I love the fact that a story can be told through the blocking of the actors and the angle of the camera, and you can turn the sound off on a good film noir and still completely follow the story. So that will be our first project, a film noir. I've been researching stories of the day that have fallen into Creative Commons, and I also have a few ideas that could be easily adapted into a film noir script. Second up, I've gathered up all the equipment that I have been collecting for years and pieced together what we'll use to film. Starting with the camera. The main camera I'll be using is my Nikon D610. With mostly a variety of prime lenses that I use as a professional photographer. To keep the camera movement steady, I have a couple of things, starting out with a shoulder mount rig that I've had for quite a few years now. It's made by a company called CADvision, who on a side note has the most awesome old school website still in existence on the internet. Seriously, it's straight out of the era of GeoCities. Check it out here. But this is great for adding some substance to the lighter, smaller DSLR cameras. Second is this dolly track system from Glide Gear. Super inexpensive, and with the extension add-on, we can do about 16 feet of camera movement, either side to side or in and out. As well, I've purchased the Glide Gear 4-foot quick jib. It's a mini jib that'll get you 4 feet of elevation on the top of your tripod. And jibs are great for establishing shots, as well as getting your camera into areas that would be hard to reach otherwise. Now our DSLR setup is a little heavy for this jib at its full extension, but it's perfect if you reel it back into about 3 feet or so. Of course, you can stick it on your tripod with your jib on the dolly and combine these movements really, really easily as well. Sound. For filming mics, I have a couple of shotgun microphones from Rode, as well as an Audio-Technica wireless lav mic, which I'm using right now. And these should get us through until we need something more specific. That said, when it comes to microphones, I have a ridiculous variety of awesome microphones, mainly for recording music, but I'm sure we can always find a use for them. To record sound, I've been using my battered Zoom H4n for years, which I fear this unit's totally on its last legs. Seriously, this thing has seen a lot of time, a lot of recording. The onboard mics are broken. There's a loud hiss on one channel if you don't slap it. You can only plug in one XLR here, but not here, and then you can only plug in a 1/4 inch on this side. So rather than buy the next Zoom H5, H6, or whatnot for $400 to $500, we replaced it with a much more economical Tascam 70D. I got a bundle sale at B&H for about $220. Thus far, it's quite brilliant. I hope to do a bit of an in-depth video into this in the future. Last is light. I do have a few smaller LED lights, video lights that I've used in our photography studio, but they aren't necessarily the greatest to light an entire scene. As well, I have a couple of studio strobes with softboxes that I can add brighter modeling lights to and just use as is. But what I'm really in love with are these clamp lights. Super cheap, you can stick them anywhere and mix them with a couple of cheap inline dimmers like this, and you're good to go. Particularly thinking about the harsh lighting of a film noir, these undiffused are perfect, but of course, you can blast them through a diffusing panel or bounce them off a white ceiling to soften them up as well. You can double up your brightness by adding one of these Ys. Just remember not to exceed the rating of your light socket that you're sticking it into. And the last DIY light I have are these 500 watt halogen work lights. You can get these for about $25 from your local hardware store, and they are stupid bright. More than enough light for anything. So this is what we have to work with, and I hope to do some amazing things with it. Do you want to do amazing things as well? Well, then let's make films together! But we need a small, dedicated army. Actors, crew, anyone interested in helping out just to be part of something awesome in Vancouver. Want to know more? Want to get involved? Just follow along? Just go ahead, click here. Click this link right here. Click it, click it, click it. It will take you to awesome. I promise.